Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. Wanted to create this video for the ultimate Instagram post, the formula and the checklist for an elite level Instagram profile. This will be a guide that you can reference back to and use when you're not only going to post on your Instagram page, but you want to use this framework and think about these things prior to and ahead of time, going out and taking pictures. You want to know what to do, what to look for, the exact step-by-step framework, method, and formula, so that going into it, you know where you're going to take your creative strategy. So let's hop into it. Step number one is when it comes to creating an elite level Instagram profile, it comes down to each individual post. Each individual post should be different, but at the same time, it should be very same and similar. We'll get to the reason why later on. But step number one, the first thing on the checklist is to have a scenic background. Too many guys are posting with something that is completely boring to look at, is totally just below average when it comes to what elite level profiles would look like. So you want to have a depth of field. So 9 out of 10 times this is going to require you to be outside. A lot of the pictures and profiles that I see, people are posting inside of homes or apartments or restaurants and bars, and there's nothing to look at. So you have to ask yourself, would this picture be cool AF if you were not even in the photo at all? You want to think of yourself as just a prop in the picture. So these are the pinned posts that are on my profile, and if you look at them, they are outside. They've got an amazing depth of field, so that means that it goes really far back. And the picture alone, if you were to cut me out of it, would be in and of itself sick to look at. And that's the idea, is you have to imagine that when someone sees your photo, they don't care about it the same way that you do. They weren't there for that experience. They're only getting out of it what you're giving them. And if it's not something cool to look at, then why should they like it, or why should they care? So that's the first thing, is what's in the background? What is the picture actually about? It shouldn't really even be about you. Think of yourself as just a prop. Make sure you're outside. Make sure the picture's cool if you're not even in it. All right, and then the second thing on the checklist, so the number two, is it's only you in the photo. And if you look at this picture right here, is a perfect example. There's no crowds of people in the background whatsoever. There's not friends, there's not family, there's not other tourists, which in this photo, I'm definitely a tourist, but I'm giving it that vibe and that feel as if maybe I live there, or maybe I'm not a tourist. And so it's just going to increase your perceived level of status when you cut everybody else out. There's going to be, you want to have a full body shot so that you can see your entire outfit. You can see the shoes, the pants, the shirt, the haircut. It really never should just be half of your body or just your face. You want to make sure that when it's your entire body, it's going to force you to be far enough back to capture the environment behind you, because again, it's more about the scenery, which is what makes it likable to other people and makes it cool. Now, the third step, which is what people miss, they don't do a photo dump. So when you're posting, you want to put 3 or 4 pictures and videos, whatever you want, really, behind that front runner picture. So don't ever post just one picture. The reason is because it gives more of a reason for people to like it. You're giving them more to potentially latch onto. So this is what it looks like when the post itself has more than one picture that runs behind it. And this is where you can put things like group pictures with your family. You could put a dog, you could put a cat, you could put a selfie. Really, you can put whatever you're wanting to, as long as it's not that front runner picture. You can make them funny, interesting, scenic. It could even just be a picture of your dinner. But again, you don't want stuff like that as your front runner pick. Okay, and then really when it comes to whenever you're going to post, this is the fourth thing. So step number 4 is caption your picture, and don't leave it blank. Don't do just an emoji. But you don't have to come up with something crazy or creative. Just be genuine. It could be short, it can be long, sentimental, funny. Just try to be authentic. You don't have to overthink it. You can be relatable by just being yourself. It's really not as complex as it might seem, where you have to be super incredibly funny or witty. It can be something that you look up online, as long as what you feel is genuine towards your experience or whatever you want to say about that picture. And then number 5, right, is whenever you post on Instagram. So remember, this is about how to create a elite level post for an elite level profile. This isn't about stories or reels or any of that stuff, because you don't want to have reels on your profile. You want to remove those from your actual profile, and you want to have just photos, which are going to be, each photo is a collection. So the reason that you want it to all be the same is because the results are in the conformity. So when someone lands on your profile, when they see that you've taken the time over time to do this moving forward, you're going to create this aesthetic and this look where it's just epic background after epic background, full body shots, different outfits. And even if they can't see your face perfectly and all that clearly, I mean, even if you're a really good looking guy, which of course consider myself a little bit above average, but it doesn't matter if you can't see that. Like, even having a little bit of a further back photo like this one is going to give you a little bit more mystery. And again, since it's a photo dump, you can, if you really want to show off your smile or your specific part of your outfit, then do that later on behind it. So posting like this once isn't enough. Your entire profile should look like this, and this is how it's going to appear. So why do we do this, and what are the benefits that we're looking for out of this? So the benefits is personal branding, which helps with networking with people, men and women. Because of what I teach in my curriculum, you're going to be meeting and connecting with a lot of people. And the first thing that you're going to do is get them on Instagram, and they're going to immediately go to your profile. So this is acting like a landing page. When they see that you have a personal brand, you'll have a higher perceived level of importance and status. And really, it's just because you're setting yourself apart from the other people. You're taking the time to do something like this. So it demonstrates a certain level of competency digitally, which is going to legitimize who you are in real life. And Instagram can't make you. It's not going to get you all the connections and all the women and stuff like that, like some of these other coaches claim that are trying to sell you courses just on Instagram. But it can break you. So it can only undermine your potential success. It can't give you everything, but if you don't have it, it can cut your, it's like, chopping your legs off. So you have to have it. And then remember, this is just all about putting in the small effort to be an above average person. That's it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you on the next video.